Hey coaches, what's going on? It is Coach Tim here with another video, and I have a really good one for you today. This is part 2 of my video installment. It's Daddy Ball Destroying Youth Football, guys. And I created this one because on Facebook it was so much controversy, about is Daddy Ball destroying football, and you know some of you guys are on the side of no, and some of you are on the side of youth football wouldn't exist without Daddy Ball. So we're gonna talk about it, guys. And before I get into it, do me a solid like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be up to date on all of my youth football content, or just football content, period. And as my gift to you, you can download my free Beast Formation Playbook, guys. It's going to be in the description box below, all right, guys? All right, so let's get into this thing, man. I'm going to be clear because I think some of you guys have a misconception of where I stand on the issue. And I want to be real clear on that, okay? Just to start here, okay? So, guys, I wouldn't be coaching youth football if my dad didn't basically let me down, with being a coach. He was supposed to be a coach of my youth football team in the 6th grade. He bailed on me, and I had a really rough year with all the kids I recruited on my team. And I made a promise to myself that if I became a coach, a youth football coach, or a coach, period, I wouldn't, bail on, my players or anything like that. So that's one reason why I coach youth football, guys. So let me start there. So with that being said, I do think that, I'm one of the people that I'm on the side of, I don't think daddy ball is a bad thing, okay? I think daddy ball is a bad thing is when the only reason you coach is for your son and you're not developing the other kids. That's when it becomes toxic and problematic. But I think if you decide to become a coach to be there for your kid and to share that experience with your child, I think that's honorable, man. Because, nowadays, let's not even just talk about the lack of fathers involved into, in the youth sports, but let's talk about the lack of parent involvement, men and women. I've never seen anything like it before, guys. I think that's what's single-handedly destroying youth football. I think you have not enough moms, not enough dads who are invested in the sport to a point to where it keeps kids interested long-term in the sport and engaged in the sport and have a passion and desire for the sport. Because I think parents can be some of the biggest blockers of their child's development than anything else. Yeah, you got a lot of bad coaches out there that shouldn't be coaching, that have no business coaching. But I will also say that, you have a lot of bad parents out there who don't give a crap about if their child is developing into an athlete or even a good person. They just all about themselves. You got a lot of self-absorbed parents. So that's what I think is destroying youth football. Now, I think daddy ball is a part of it. Now, I've coached my daughter's softball team, and I will continue to coach my daughter's softball team. I have let dads be on my coaching staff who had sons on the team. And again, I think it's an honorable thing. But I also have seen it where you have coaches who are just coaching for their kid, to see their kid be the starting quarterback, to make sure their kid is the starting running back. I've seen that before. I've had to dismiss coaches and remove kids off my teams before because of that crap. That's when it gets real toxic. But I think I think we need more adults, men and women, to be involved in the game of youth football. And you know, I'm beginning to see more and more guys, especially as I coach, elevate and coach at the high school level. I'm seeing more and more um, high school coaches, middle school coaches saying, you know what, kids should not even start, playing football until the 7th grade. I disagree with that. I strongly disagree with that because I wouldn't have fell in love with the game of football if I didn't play Little League football. If I didn't play youth football at the age of 9, I would have not even have fallen in love with the game the way I did. So I disagree with that. By the time I hit 7th grade, playing football, man, I was way ahead of the game. I understood the numbering system. I understood what's a drive block. I understood how to tackle going into 7th grade. I wasn't just learning how to, and it was obvious that, I was a step or two ahead of kids who just started out in the 7th grade or 8th grade, So I disagree with the narrative that youth football needs to be no more, and, it needs to start at the 7th grade. And I'm saying that as somebody who, is working, I'm coaching at the high school ranks now, as well as the youth football ranks. And I believe that youth football, the role that youth football needs to play moving forward is, I think a lot of youth football programs need to be feeder programs into high school and middle schools. And I also think that youth football need to really focus on fundamentals and making sure these kids are prepared for the middle school level or the high school level so they can actually have opportunities to receive scholarships, at D1, D2, D3 schools, community colleges, and create more opportunities for them that way. That's what I believe that needs to happen. I'm not a big fan of, these super leagues, I put it like that, where the best of the best of the best kind of play together. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm friends with coaches who do that, and I'm not knocking them because I respect them. I'm just not a big fan of it because, when you got kids playing 18 to 25 games in a football season, at the ages of, let's just say 6 to 14 years old, that's a toll on the body, man. That takes a toll on the body. I mean, I have injuries now that I'm dealing with that happened to me in high school and middle school, let alone, being a kid that young and you playing, 18 to 20, 25 games plus, or you play year round, it can just be problematic on the body, So I can't say I'm a huge fan of that. Just because I'm not a huge fan doesn't mean that I'm per se against it. It is what it is, but I think what's going to move the game of youth football forward are youth programs partnering with their communities, with their high schools, their middle schools, and really representing their communities or their region, with a good program that really develops kids for middle school, high school, and in hopes of them getting some type of scholarship or opportunity to play at the college level, or even the pro or semi-pro levels. That's what I think, we need to see more of in youth football. And I'm interested to know how you feel about that, guys. I'd love to know your insights and just kind of your opinion about what I just said, guys. But yeah, I know some of you guys feel like those elite football leagues are killing youth football. I don't know if I'll say they're killing youth football. I just don't know if they're helping youth football move forward, because I have seen a lot of toxic coaching happen in these leagues where I've seen it where parents would gamble they'll be gambling in the stands on what teams will win and crap. You know, people getting into fights, betting over kids and stuff. That's when it's out of control. You know, I was an offensive coordinator years ago for a program that basically was an elite league, and you got parents out there betting. I'm over here seeing and hearing, you know, parents betting on their kids and how many yards they're going to get, or if their team going to win and all of that. That's when it gets really bush league to me and really low. You know, it should never get to that point. It should never get to that point where adults are betting on their kids in that fashion. And they're getting in fights and crap because money on the line. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, you know, for me, the reason why I started Beast You, I want to help more coaches win more games, score more points, and be the best teams in their leagues. You know, but the way that looks to me is that they are programmed at actually developing kids, making sure kids are getting educated in school. They're developing as leaders, developing as high character kids. They're supporting the family, partnering with the family, making sure the kids stay on track. That's my vision of a great program. It's not an undefeated program. I've had that. I've been there. You know, it's not a team that's winning multiple championships and all that crap. That's crap. That's crap to me. I mean, and that's somebody who, I'm a championship coach, and I'm proud of it. But guess what? I have so many kids who got families now, who got college educations, who have played semi-pro, who are doing great. They are great men. And they contribute part of their experience to being in my program and on my team. That's what matters to me, man. That's the real championship. You know, it's not my interest in having 10 rings or 1 million rings, you know. But at the end of the day, how much do that matter in the grand scheme of things if you're not developing these kids into good people? That's just the way I feel about it, guys. All right, guys, and if you agree with me on that, hit that like button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm recording this on Thanksgiving Day, so I want to wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving Day. And guys, remember, I want you to be great, have fun, beast out. But more so, I want you to win more games, score more points. Have a good day. Peace.